thanks for your time today, George, for a Greek City Times exclusive. I mean, the countdown is on. We are 6 weeks out, and amongst the chaos, I feel like you're the calm in the storm.
Yeah, look, it's an absolute pleasure, obviously, to be back here interviewing with Greek City Times yourself. And yeah, of course, you know, with my hard training, my preparation, the way I've been putting so much, you know, amounts of work in, when I come into my gym, you know, to train and spar and fight, you know, I have that, you know, focus, and you know, I know what I have to do and turn it on. But when I'm here, obviously in my downtime and doing my interviews and my media work, I have that calm, I have that focus where I know exactly what I have to do leading into this fight for May 12th. So you got to be calm, you got to be relaxed, you got to be, you know, able to switch it on and off. You know, as a fighter, as an athlete, as elite, you know, athlete, where you know you don't have to burn too much energy. So the calm is here, and the storm will be ready on May 12th.
Look, it's been 18 months since your official fight in Australia. What have you been up to since then?
Yeah, look, my last fight in Australia, obviously 18 months, a big mega fight with Devin Haney. You know, a great fight, you know, a true, you know, bloodbath, a lot of blood, a lot of punches. You know, I was able to, you know, learn from that loss, get back into the gym, gather myself, and go on to win another world title in the IBO. Obviously, when I fought about 10 months ago in the US, won the championship there, and used that as a way to progress myself to this big fight in Vasiliy Lomachenko. So I've been able to, you know, learn from my losses and become a better fighter.
I know he's your opponent, but tell me a little bit more about his boxing style. And look, at the end of the day, I guess you guys are also Orthodox brothers because he's Ukrainian Orthodox, right?
Yeah, look, we both share the same faith, obviously, as Orthodox, you know, a religion. But, you know, that's where it ends. Obviously, that's, you know, we have the respect for him. We know what he's been able to achieve. He's a 3-division, you know, world champion. You know, he's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. You know, he's a world champion in the amateurs. But that's where it ends. We know what we're coming up against. We know what we bring to the table. And we know what we've been able to achieve as well. A 6-time world champion, former undisputed champion. So we know what we present as well. So the respect is there. Style-wise, this fight is a very, you know, fan-friendly style match where he will bring the action, I will bring the action, he will bring the IQ, I will bring the IQ. But when it gets down to it, I truly believe, you know, a real good fight is going to break, and we will be victorious in every avenue.
And tell me a little bit more about your preparation coming into this fight, George.
Yeah, I've already had a fantastic preparation, obviously under my lead coach, Anton Kadushin, who's you know, a tremendous coach, you know, great understanding of the boxing game, and has really pushed me to my limits and continues to push me to my limits even 6 weeks out. Fantastic sparring, we've brought great sparring partners from overseas, and you know, no stone has really been unturned. You know, when I look at all my preparations and I look at my championship preparation when I won the belts, this, you can't compare, you know, how well I've already prepared and how structured I am and how focused I am for this fight. This fight really means everything for me, and I know that a victory here, you know, pushes me back onto where I need to be, obviously becoming another world champion again, but also cementing my Hall of Fame and my legacy.
So how crucial is the result of this next bout in terms of your career moving forward?
Yeah, it's extremely crucial where, you know, both fighters' careers are on the line, I believe. We're both at this stage where, you know, one wants to continue moving forward. And I know how hungry and motivated I am to continue my road in the boxing world. I'm only 30 years of age, so I've got a lot more to offer. And I know this victory puts me back to the best lightweight in the world. You know, I get to reign supreme again in the lightweight division like I have before, and get to, you know, bring more fights, more mega fights to Australia and possibly to Greece, and obviously back in the US where I love fighting as well.
Yep. And I've heard you talk about the fight, and you've mentioned, you know, it's not about the money, it's not about winning a world title, it's about legacy.
Yep.
So tell me more about that.
Yeah, legacy is everything. You know, once it's all said and done and your career's come to an end, people are going to remember what you did, you know, in your career, and what kind of fights, you know, you were able to fight in, what championship fights you were able to be in, and the fighters you fought. You know, in my last, you know, 2 or so years, I've been in there with, you know, Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, guys that are the elite, you know, in the boxing world. So, for me, that is my legacy. Not only fighting these guys, beating these guys, but having the guts and courage to go up against the best. A lot of fighters don't want to do that. This kind of warrior, this Spartan warrior, wants to step to the best and keep showing the world that we don't fear no man, and we fight whoever is in front of us.
I love that mentality. We're backing you all the way.
Thank you so much.
Perth is the location of your upcoming fight.
Yeah.
Can you take us through how you landed on that location, and do you think many Greeks will actually travel to see you?
Yeah, a lot of Greeks already bought the tickets and will be there. I think Perth already has a great Greek, population already in Perth. I was actually surprised when I found out that, but there is a good population there, but many will travel from Sydney to Melbourne. My father, manager Jim Kambosos, went for a lot of negotiations. Obviously when this fight was presented, this fight was being talked about, and we looked at obviously where it was going to land. Obviously we've done the big fights in Melbourne, so I think that was kind of, we've done it, we've been there. Sydney is where we looked at a possible choice. We are from Sydney, we're born and raised in Sydney. I love Sydney. But Perth came behind it, they backed it, they supported it, and they were straight to the point that they wanted this fight. And after some negotiations with my father, manager, Ferocious Promotions, and obviously Top Rank Bell Entertainment and the Perth government, the fight was made. And I'm just very blessed and happy to bring another mega fight, a championship fight, to Australia. Doesn't matter where it is. I know that the Greeks will be there, the Australians will be there, and a lot of people are travelling from around the world to come to this fight because it is truly a mega fight, a special event.
Making history.
Yes, that's what it's about, history and making sure that I leave that legacy.
And in terms of your Greek heritage, we know it's something of importance to yourself. So tell us a little bit about where you're from in Greece and how important your culture is to yourself and your family.
Yeah, look, my heritage and my culture and having that Greek generation and blood in me is extremely important. I take it with massive pride and honour. I raise not only the Australian flag but the Greek flag when I fight, to give something special, to give the people of Australia and Greece something to remember and also be proud of. My family obviously is a lot of from Sparta. I do have family in Argos as well. So I'm very proud of my culture. I'm proud of where my family has come from, and I'm proud of where I live. In my beautiful country in Australia. So I take everything with me, and it all comes together when I fight.
Molon lave is the phrase you live and die by. Tell us about what that symbolises and why that phrase is something you look to for inspiration.
Yeah, look, it's a very important phrase in my, my mentality, the way I fight, the way I live. Obviously, I have it tattooed on my arm, and obviously a lot of people that follow me know exactly where it is. The meaning behind is, if you want it, you can come and get it, or come and take it. So I have something. I have my boxing ability. I've built and see who I am, George Kambosos. Now, if you got another fighter or someone that thinks that they can beat me or take what I have, then it's a simple phrase.
Come and get it.
Come and get it. If you're good enough, come and get it. And that's what it's always been. That's what I live by. And I think it's a great, not only phrase but a way of your mentality, in your life. And that's why I've been brought up.
And before we let you go, George, what's your message to all the followers, especially your Greek fans out there?
Look, obviously everyone knows how much I'm humbled by the support, the Greek fans behind me, the Australian fans behind me, and the worldwide fans. It was only not so long ago, a few years ago, I was doing an interview with you guys, and I think the fan base was obviously Australian and Greeks.
Yeah.
But now I've been able to tap into the whole world. They know who Kambosos is. They know what kind of warrior he is and what fighter he is. So I respect it, I appreciate it, and I'm humbled by it. And continue on this journey. There's more to go. May 12th is where we get to cement ourselves once again.
Well, we're backing you all the way, George. May God bless you, and good luck with everything.
I really appreciate it. Thank you, Greek City Times, and look forward to a great victory on May 12th.